Good evening. It is Sunday. It is Super Sunday. And I needed to get a video out. I forgot to change my clock. I see that now. But I just wanted to get a video out, trying to get my YouTube channel together, get it moving. Um, First, if you don't mind, would you subscribe, hit the like button, and share? So I'm coming to you with some content today of knowing your worth. If you don't know, or if you're new, if you're getting ready to subscribe, I am Tanya Phillips. I am an author. I am a mother, a grandmother. I am in the ministry. I'm doing women's ministry. This is new to me. It is my new YouTube channel. Don't know how it's gonna go, but if I can reach one person, bless one person, I'm good. I have done what God has called me to do. So today I want to talk about knowing your worth. My first video was self-love, describing what self-love is for a woman. It is also the same for a man. This is like women's ministry, but I am not bashing men. I will talk about things about men as well. Please comment, please share, please subscribe, please hit the like button. Give me some feedback, give me some things that you might want to talk about. This is a transparent channel. So, like I said, the first time I talked about self-love, this time I want to talk about knowing your worth. Not only because I wrote a book stating knowing your worth, which is available on Amazon.com. But I just want to talk about knowing your worth. And I'm coming from my life, my perspective. Like I said, I'm very transparent. I have nothing to hide. When I say knowing your worth, there were times that I didn't know my worth. I was more of a people pleaser than a God pleaser because I knew of God, but I didn't know him. It wasn't until I actually got a relationship with God that I had to learn you're not a people pleaser. You need to be a God pleaser. And when I say knowing your worth, this is for men and women. Know who you are and know whose you are. So I have a scripture that comes to mind with that. It's Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, which states, "For we are his workmanship, crafted in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk with him." So you already know that we are his masterpiece, a work of his art, a work of art that God created. So when I say know your worth, you know that you are a workmanship. You know that you are a piece of art, a great piece of art that God has created. So never let anybody take that from you. And what I mean by that is if God has called you to walk with him, even if he has not called you to walk with him in ministry or whatever it is, please do not allow anyone to take that from you. And I say that from a standpoint of I did that. I was so much of a people pleaser and I was looking for love in all the wrong places that I allowed men to do that. I allowed them to mess up my art that God created because I wanted to be loved. And I'm sure there's other women out there that want to be loved, need to be loved. Yes, we do. We desire it, but at what cost? So for me, it cost me a lot. That's how the book came. Women Don't Settle, Know Your Worth. And I just want to reach one, teach one. If I can reach one person that you're going through that, you've been through that, or that you don't even go down that road, know who you are and know whose you are. And when I say that, if a man comes along or a woman and they come along and you see the red flags or you feel like something's not right in your spirit, believe it. Go to God and ask him, because now when I've learned the spirit of discernment and I'm like, okay, God, if this is for me, let me know. If it's not for me, please stop it. Let me know that it's not. And believe me, God will do that. He will show you some things. It might be some things that you don't want to see, but he's going to show you some things. Trust God. Trust your intuition of God's discernment that he has placed in you. If you don't have it, pray for it, because I definitely did that. I was tired of going down the wrong road with the wrong people, all the wrong times. So I was like, okay, God, When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, when you get tired of bumping your head up against the wall till it bleeds or whatever the case is, you're going to ask to do something different. You're going to change that. This thing is messed up, but oh well, whatever. I ain't focused on that. I'm going to focus on what I'm talking about. So I just want to help somebody. I want to help somebody along the way, that they don't have to go through the trials and tribulations that I did. I am a mother. I have a daughter. I have granddaughters. So therefore, I am a generational curse breaker. I'm not going to say I want to be. I'm trying to be. I'm going to be. I am going to be a generational curse breaker. I do not want my daughter or my granddaughters going through the same situations and down the same road I did. So again, if this blesses one person, I've done my job that God has called me to do. And believe me, he has, because I fought it and I fought it and I fought it. And I guess he was like, you gonna learn today. So I learned. So last Sunday, I started my YouTube channel. It has been in me for months. So since last year, whatever. But again, women and men, don't settle. When you meet somebody and, all the hee ha ha, we doing good, they look good, and we vibing, as they say, and then something immediately, bing, red flag. And my grandmother used to say all the time, everything look good till you ain't good for you. And that's the God's honest truth. So just be aware. Just be aware of what you got going on, who you got it going on with. Because what we don't understand is when we get with people, and I'm very transparent, you get with somebody and you lay with them, you have created a soul tie. And soul ties are hard to cut. So trust me, be careful in what you do. Seek God in everything that you do. Seek him in your relationships, your job, whatever it is. And when I say know your worth, it's not just in a relationship with a man or a woman. Know your worth on your job. Know your worth in your own family. Know your worth when you're out. Know your worth in ministry. You need to know your worth at all times, because again, he has created a masterpiece. And God makes no junk. Trust and believe me. So basically, when I'll speak on the relationship part right now, because I have been married. I am divorced. We're still friends. And when I tell people, I said I married somebody else's husband, they be like, oh, so you cheated. You was cheating with somebody's husband. No, I was not. I married the wrong man, somebody else's husband, because he was not God ordained to be my husband. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. He has another wife. They're good. We're all cool. But he was not the husband that God ordained for me. I get a lot of people in my inbox, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and immediately I know, hey, come on now. The spirit of discernment, get somewhere and sit down, because I'm not the one for you. Matter of fact, I had to tell somebody that just this morning that was in my inbox. I'm trying to prepare to go to worship, and they in my inbox, you talking about, would you be my... Honey, you don't even know me. You don't know me, so why would I be yours? Why would you be mine? But the whole thing is, and be careful what you ask for. When you praying to God and you asking God for something, you better be very specific in what you're asking for. Because I ain't saying God giving to you. The devil hears your plans. The devil hears your thoughts. The devil knows what you like. So be careful with that. In relationships, know your worth. Hey, leave something to imagination for the man. Don't come out showing everything you got right off the bat. Don't do this. Don't jump into that because he says, oh, you pretty. Oh, I think you the one for me. Or we can do this and we can do that. My dad used to say, do you got a mouse in your pocket when you say we? Because you got to be very careful, because you got some men and some women who are scammers. Trust and believe, they are scammers. Some might look at you and be like, oh man, he got money, he got this, he got that. And then, men look at women. Oh man, she cool, she easy. She's a homebody, she's quiet. I can do this, I can do that. Be very careful. Know your worth in anything that you do, because God created you. He created you as that masterpiece. And I'm telling you, always, I had to learn the hard way. Bad relationships, situationships. If you talking to a man, I'm talking to the ladies now. If you talking to a man And if you ask him something simple like, hey, what you doing today? You want to hang out? Oh, no, I'm busy. If you get that all the time, or either he don't respond, he ain't interested. He ain't interested at all. And I get tickled when I see the stuff on TikTok about when you get the text message, WYD, what you doing? Paying bills? What you doing? Stop entertaining that. Been there, done that. Entertain that. Why you keep texting me what you doing? I'm busy. I need to be busy. I need not to be entertaining you. Because if that's all you got, then you definitely not looking for nobody. You're not looking for anything important. Don't even waste your time like that. I have a girlfriend that says don't do your time like that. And that's for real. Dudes, if you meet a female and she's straight, ghetto, hood, ratchet, whatever, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But if you looking to build something, and if you're a man or guy, you know that is not gonna fly. Don't get me wrong, people change. Trust and believe, they do change. But are you willing to go through all of that? So again, know your worth. Know who you are, know whose you are. If you with somebody or you met somebody and you think you're interested in them, or they say they're interested in you, or whatever the case is, one sure way to get rid of them, if it's not true, ask them to go to church. They got every excuse in the book. Ask them to pray with you, pray for you, read the Bible. And it's not all about being biblical all the time. Trust and believe. You are to have fun. You are to do things. You are to date. You are to go out. All of that good stuff. But be mindful what you're creating. Are you creating soul ties? Are you creating generational curses? Strongholds in your life? And let me tell you something. When you get a stronghold, it's rough. It's rough with that stronghold. As I said, I wrote a book. I have things in the book. I'll share some of the stuff. I'm not asking anybody to buy the book. I'm just telling you what I did. I'm currently working on my second book. I'm just currently doing what God has told me to do, because I was sitting on a whole lot of stuff. I was sitting on a whole lot of hurt, a lot of anguish, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment. And I was sitting on it, and I was like, why me? And God was like, why not you? Why not? For Jeremiah 29:11, he says, for I know the thoughts that I think for you, and the plans that I have for you are of good and not evil, for an expected end. And for the life of me, I was like, man, why do people break my heart? Why do they disappoint me? Why do they hurt me? Why do they use me? Why do they dog me out? Granted, some of that I brought on myself. Trust and believe. Some of that I did. And some of it was like, I knew who I created. I created you. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. And men of God, even if you're not a man of God, watch the women. Watch the women out here. Because this world is crazy. It's crazy dating. Especially in older age dating. You got men out here in their 50s and 60s still trying to play games, being narcissistic. And you looking at them like, bruh, you AARP ready, and you still doing this. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Men, when you got women out here, again, on my first video, and I talked about the lashes, the weave, all of that, the makeup, and I'm not bashing that, because I've had the weave. This is my hair, but I've had weave. I've had the lashes. I wear makeup sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Because I'm more of a natural person. I want you to see who I really am, because you can find people that are dressed up and messed up from the floor up, because they're hiding the pain, they're hiding the hurt, they're hiding the disappointment. And I was one of those people. There was times that I'm walking around and I'm smiling, I'm good. And I was dying inside, because I could not take the hurt, the disappointment, the pain that people caused me, not just men, people, period, because I have a good heart. I have a good heart. It was even to the point that I asked God, I remember sitting on my couch and I was praying and crying, and I asked God, please take this heart away from me. I asked God to take the heart that He gave me away from me because I have a big heart, a giving heart. He quickly convicted me and said, why would I do that? Why would I take away something that I gave you? Why would I change who I made? Again, He created a masterpiece, artwork like never before. I am who I am. I'm not going to change who I am for nobody. I am a woman of God. I am fearfully, wonderfully made. If I have to stay single, if God does not send me a man, which I don't believe that, He has a husband for me. Trust and believe. Just like men, He has a wife for you, a helpmeet for you. He has a fearfully, wonderfully made woman for you. God has a king for me. I'm just saying, know your worth. Know your worth on your job. Don't ever down yourself or dumb down yourself for anybody. Just to fit in, just to be loved, because that's not love. There's a difference between love and lust. And if somebody's, oh, we this, we good, we should do this, we should do that, and you so beautiful, and and he's so handsome and this and that, that's lust. That's not love. Know the difference. And being in love is different from loving. And again, I had to learn all of that. Y'all, it took me some time, some hurt, some pain, some trust issues. I ain't trust nobody. I was at the point in my life, I'm like, man, I don't want no man to talk to me, look at me, don't even breathe in my direction. And somebody was like, you can't say that. And I'm like, why not? Because you got to be careful what you say. There's power in the tongue. Trust and believe. Life and death lies in that power of the tongue. So you can speak things into existence. You can speak things into death if that's what you choose. But for me, like I said, God was working with me. And I'm like, come on. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. And I know ain't is not proper English, but hey, I am who I am. I'm transparent. But I was like, nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody's going to subscribe to my channel. Nobody wants to hear this. Don't nobody want to talk about that. But I'm doing it for me too. I'm doing it for me too, because I had to know my worth. I had to learn my worth. I had to know that, hey, you don't have to put yourself down to make somebody else feel good, because if you doing that, they don't really care about you in the first place. So ladies, know your worth. Know that you don't have to walk around here half naked to get a man's attention, because all attention is not good attention. Men, don't run out here, oh, I got to give her this, I got to spend this, because if that's what you're doing in the beginning, first of all, you're going to have to keep doing it. And that's all she wanted in the first place. Women, if you giving it up and he ain't got to ask, or you just giving it up because you want to give it up, that's all he wanted in the first place. A man that truly loves you, that it says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Proverbs 18:22. Be his good thing. Don't be his thing. Be his good thing. And men, find you that virtuous woman. So I don't want to hold this video long. I'm new to it. Like I said, I'm still learning the kinks and the things of doing the YouTube channel. I don't have many subscribers. That's fine. If I can help somebody along the way, that's all I'm here for. And like I said, it's blessing me, because when you don't have somebody that you can talk to, vent to, whatever the case is, or ask questions, but you'll talk to God. But a lot of us, again, I knew of him, but didn't know him. Let me fix that. I knew of him, but didn't know him. So now that I know him, it's totally different. And I'm trying to pass on something for my daughter, my granddaughters. Generational curse breaker. I don't want nobody else to go through what I went through. I'm telling you, I was hurt. I was disappointed. I was disgusted. And to the brink of wanting to leave here. I don't want nobody to ever go through that. Yeah, we're going to go through some trials and tribulations. But if somebody can help you and you listen, do that. like I said, every day is not going to be a good day. God did not promise you every day there's sunshine. There will be some rain, but you got to learn how to dance in the rain. You got to learn to know who you are and whose you are. You got to learn to have your self-worth, self-esteem. Don't ever lower your standards for anyone. Know your worth. Don't settle. Is that making you think you better than anybody else? No, it's not. It's just learning to love yourself first. Self-love first. And that's what you have to do. I asked God what to talk about today, and that's what he gave me. He said, go ahead, talk about knowing your worth. Again, not a channel to bash men. It is like a women's ministry, but I am also talking to the men because I have seen some men that are broken. Oh my God, broken. And it's crazy because they were broken. They don't trust. You know, they think every woman is out to hurt them, get them, and use them. So, and that's not the case. So we got the broken woman out here not trusting, thinking the man is no good. You got the broken man out here not trusting, thinking the woman is no good. And if they came together and trusted each other, that would be good. That's not always the case, because sometimes you get the good man with the bad woman and the bad man with the good woman. And that's how it is. But again, seek discernment. Seek discernment. Know your worth. Know who you are. Know whose you are. Don't go ripping and running for somebody. As the old folks say, don't go ripping and running for somebody that's not going to go not even an inch for you. Not a mile, an inch for you. Somebody that wants to entertain you by text, or somebody want to entertain you by a phone call every now and then, or they want to see you when they want to see you. Don't do your time like that. God has something greater for you. Trust and believe. Just be patient. Is it hard to be patient? Yes, it is. Trust and believe, because I like to go out to eat. I like to go to the movies. I like to go concerts, comedy shows. But I also love myself. I also have my self-worth. So therefore, my self-love, I'll go out to eat by myself. I'll go to a movie by myself. Now, I ain't going to go to a concert by myself too quick because of people out in the world today. But I do know how to be by myself. I love it sometimes. When I come home from work, I'm cool. I got my feet kicked up. If it's cold, I got my fireplace going. If it's not, I'm watching TV. I'm enjoying me. I am enjoying my me time. Nothing wrong with you enjoying your me time, because when you know who you are and whose you are, you love yourself. You're not afraid to be by yourself. You're doing the good thing for yourself, because you're also waiting and preparing yourself for your spouse. Read the word of God. If you don't have a Bible, you got a Bible on the phone. Read the word of God. Whatever you stand in need of, you ask God to show you. And again, this is not always going to be biblical, but it is what it is. I am who I am. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen. If you don't like it, you don't have to subscribe. If you don't like it, you don't have to share. It won't make me lose not 1 minute of sleep. And I hope I'm not sounding arrogant, because I am not. If anything, I am humble, and I try my best to stay humble. I'm just sharing how I feel. Before, I used to be like, oh, okay, well, let me see. All right, I'll do it. For what? What Janet Jackson say? What have you done for me lately? But again, you don't do stuff for people to get stuff in return. But when you know that a man is interested in you, you will know. He will make the effort. He will call. He will text. He will try his best to get to see you. He's going to make dates. He's going to make plans. Same for a man. If a woman is interested in you, she ain't gonna holler, can you get my nails done? Can you get my hair done? Can you buy me an outfit? That's just stuff I hear. I don't know, because I don't do that. I work, I take care of myself. But I know that God is going to send me someone. And just like he'll send me someone, he'll send you someone. So again, know your worth. Know your worth on your job. Know your worth out in the streets. Know your worth wherever you are. Definitely in a relationship. Don't ever let somebody take the God out of you. If anything, you get somebody that's going to pour into you, just like you pour into them. So again, remember who you are, whose you are. Remember that you are a masterpiece that God created. Don't know what my next video is gonna be about. Gotta let God lead me. But I heard some great testimonies today, and it blessed me and it confirmed. So again, I'm new to it. I'm doing the best that I can. And I also have some other content that's coming. It's not always me sitting and talking. I'll share some things that when I'm out and about. But for now, this is how I want to get it started, because this is how God said to get it started. Because God said that you have men and women out here that have been broken. They don't know who to trust. They don't know which way to go. So let God lead and guide you in whatever it is. Trust God, trust the process, leaning, depend on Him. And I've had, I'll say this, many men approach me, and I'm like, I'm telling myself, no, that ain't who you are. That ain't what you do. How are you attracted to that? And what are they attracted to in you? Because when you have the spirit of discernment, you see people. You see what they have. You see what their intentions are. Don't get me wrong, people do change. And we can't be judgmental. But if you know that's not the road that you taking, you need to find out what they want. I used to tell people all the time, who sent you? And they look at me like, what? I'd be like, who sent you? And they're like, what you mean? Did God send you, or did the enemy send you? So get that spirit of discernment. It's been a long journey for me. And I'm sure that it may have been for some other people too. But just trust God in the process and just watch God work things out for you. A lot of times we're in a holding pattern. We're isolated, and we're isolated for a reason. God is working on you. God is working on your mate. God is working on your situation. God is working on whatever He has planned for you. Does it get lonely? Yes, it does. Does it get frustrating? Yes, it does. But every time that you move out of the will of God, trust and believe. I have. Every time you move out of the will of God, it is a disaster. But just continue to trust Him, continue to believe in Him, continue to know your worth. Don't give up on, don't give yourself to people that don't deserve you. Whether it's a conversation, most definitely your body, because you creating them soul ties. You creating demons. You're taking their demons. Men and women, I'm speaking to men and women. You are creating soul ties. You are letting demons in. I'm a dreamer. God shows me things. Some things I'm like, what does this mean? What is this about? If you don't know, you can't figure it out, make sure you got some good friends that can help you do that, because I got that too. But be careful with what you do. Be careful who you do it with. Know your worth. Set high standards. Not because you're being arrogant, because God wants the best for you. When it comes to anything, you do that. Set your standards. Until next time, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let somebody know, because I'm being transparent. Like I said, I don't know. I might do another video later with some of my family. I don't know what I might do. But I hope that this blessed someone, because believe me, if I'd have had somebody a long time ago in my life, it probably would have kept me from some headache and some heartache. I lost my mother at the age of 10. My mother was very young when she passed away. I never got to enjoy life with her. So I want to make sure that I can bless somebody else that had the same situation, or you might. So until next time, I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.